Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. How are you today? Well, I'm pretty good, thank you. It is a pretty nice day here in Iowa. The sun is shining, and I guess the day is just full of potential. Yes, it is. I was thinking about something this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. Oftentimes, we have more than we think we do. We, being the human beings that we are, sometimes we tend to look at things in terms of lack or in terms of not having enough. Or we compare ourselves and our lives to other people, and we think they have more than us. They're better than us. They're more blessed than we are. What have we done wrong? And so I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, that spills over into everything we do. And sometimes we have a lot more than we think we do. We just can't see it. When you were a child, and me as well, or if you have children, or if you have or have had teenagers, what do? They go to the refrigerator or the cabinet, and they open the refrigerator and they look and they say, there's nothing to eat. There's nothing to eat in this house. There's nothing to eat. And what's the usual reply to them? The reply is, there's plenty to eat. You just have to make it. And then usually, well, I don't want to make it. Or in the case of a small child, well, they don't know how to make it, right? So sometimes that's what we do as adults. We look around us, we look in our cupboards, we look in the refrigerator, and we say there's nothing to eat. But maybe there is enough to eat. We just have to make it. And we have to kind of get ourselves together and use our imagination and figure out, these are the ingredients I have. What can I do with these ingredients to actually make a meal or make several meals? So that's what I decided to do this morning. I went to the refrigerator, I opened it, and I looked and I pulled out a few things that in and of themselves, they're not much. Singularly, they're just this much. But combined and together, they become much, because little is much when God is in it. So if we look at what we have in a different way, and we think about it, use the mind God gave us, and we think about it, we can make our resources go farther, and not only go farther, but be satisfying as well. Okay? Now, having said that and that long introduction, let's get into it, and I will show you what I found and what we're going to do with it. Okay? All right. Thank you for being here. And if you like what you see, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, that would be great. If you'd like to share it, wonderful. And comment as well, because I would appreciate it very much. All right. Let's see if this helps us. Okay. Now, what have I got? I have some tortillas. I'm not really sure how many flour tortillas I have in here, and I don't know whether I'll have enough ingredients to use all of them, but let's take a look. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was originally 12 in the package. These are either from Dollar General or Dollar Tree. I don't know which. I've got this sliced Colby Jack cheese that I bought a very long time ago. And to be honest, you see what it looks like there? It had a little bit of mold forming on it, so I cut it out. Because guess what? How do you think cheese becomes cheese? It gets mold on it. It does. So, this is all the cheese I have, but I'm planning, I think I'm going to make some breakfast burritos. So, I need a little glue to hold them together, which is always nice. This is the last of the seasoning blend, which comes from Dollar Tree, which contains onion, celery, red and green bell pepper, and parsley. And if you saw my bean soup video, you saw that I have some canned ham, hickory smoked canned ham left, so I'm going to use that as well. And there's one more thing I'm going to use, and I forgot to take it out of the refrigerator. Eggs. I have some eggs I picked up at Aldi for $1, I think it was around $1.20. So, these are the eggs. I love these eggs because look what it says here. Inside the carton it says, "This is the day which the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Psalm 118:24. To that I say, Amen. Okay, so these are the ingredients. Let's get started and see how many breakfast burritos we get. I have no doubt we're going to get some, but I don't know how many. So let's see what happens. Okay, I had about the equivalent of 4 slices of cheese. This one was a little bit less. Now I want to clarify, if your cheese has mold on it, yes, you can cut it off. If the cheese is slimy, do not eat that cheese. Or if it has an off odor, then you should throw it away because it's way past its sell-by. It's no good. So all I did was I just used my knife and I cut these into matchsticks. But that way it lets me know how much I've got. Now, I took the canned ham and I just ran it through my Aldi chopper so that I've got a few more uniform pieces here. Okay? So, and this is all of the seasoning mix that I have left. I'm putting this in the pan, and I have a little oil in the pan as well. Get my spatula. So I like to start out with my vegetables. There aren't that many, but that's all right because we're going to use them up. And now I'm going to pour in my ham pieces. Turn the heat up a little bit. And I'm just going to brown this off. Get the color on the ham, and I'm going to let the seasoned blend do its thing. Okay. These are starting to get a nice color on them. Looks good. Now I've beaten the eggs. So I'm going to pour them in. Now I haven't added any milk or water to these eggs at all, because there's no need. I don't want the filling for my breakfast burritos to be wet. We don't want that. So here we go. Basically, the eggs are just scrambled in the meat and vegetables. Now, I didn't season the eggs, but I'm going to now. And don't forget, my canned ham is salty. Canned ham can be salty. And I'm going to put some red pepper flakes in here because, you know, I'm a spicy gal. Should be good. Just going to let this set a minute. I've turned the heat to about medium. So that should be good. This doesn't take really very long. It smells delicious, by the way. Now then, rather than divide up the cheese into the individual burritos, I'm just going to put the cheese in with the eggs and the ham and vegetables. That looks like a lot more cheese than you thought, doesn't it? Come on, you know. You know. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I'm just going to let that kind of melt over the top. I'm going to turn the fire down to low and just let it sit a minute. I may pop a lid on it. Got the lid on there. I'm going to let the cheese melt down. And then we're going to assemble our breakfast burritos. Aren't you excited? You should be excited. Okay, I've got some paper towel here. And I've got my tortillas. So I'm just going to put these tortillas in the oven or in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And just warm them up so that they're easier to roll. Okay, 30 seconds was plenty of time. I'm going to leave them in the paper towel. Hopefully they won't stick together too much. And then we're going to assemble our breakfast burritos. Shall we take a look? I turned the heat off underneath the egg mixture. I would say that looks very nice. I'm happy with that. Doesn't that look good? I could eat that already. All right. Now I'm going to assemble the burritos. Okay. Cheese is nice and melty. I'm thinking maybe, because these burritos are not huge, so I'm thinking maybe one of these nice spoonfuls would work. Let's see what we've got. I'm no expert at doing this, but hey, I say let's give it a shot. All right, here's one. That looks awesome. Let's do another one. Now remember, we had 7. We had 7 flour tortillas. So, listen in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you, ooh, that's hot. Tell me if you think this is workable for you. Okay? I'm of the mind that usually we have more in our home to eat than what we think. We do have more in the house than what we think we do. Okie dokie. I misspoke earlier. There were 8 flour tortillas left, not 7. So look, I managed to fill them all. Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. So now what I'll do, I'll just let these cool off because I don't want to put them in the freezer like this. Then I will put them in a freezer bag. I'll probably just put them in a little full-top sandwich bag first and then pop them all in the freezer bag, and I can take one out when I want a nice breakfast burrito. Well, that's the video for today. I hope it helped you in some way. If it did, let me know in the comments, okay? Because I would really appreciate it. Let's keep our chins up. Let's look around us. Let's choose to see abundance and not lack, because I think we might be surprised what we find out, and we might be surprised what we can do with what we have. That's always very exciting to me. It really is. Okay? Listen, I love you guys. You know I do. You know that, as always, little is much when God is in it. All right? I love ya. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.